Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to inform you, but it's taking a 13-year-old stepping in to convince people who should be the president of the United States. Hillary? No. Trump? No. Neither of them. And the two others don't have enough votes to even consider catching up. So, what can we do? Nothing at this point. See, both of them, their biggest problem will be debt, but neither of them are working to get us out of debt. See, they were more worried about terrorism and other things. See, Hillary's worried about gun violence and other things like that. There is no positive stance on gun violence. Sure, there's gun violence in America, but less people die from gun violence within a week than kids that die from falling off their bikes. In a good week, at least. But Trump is, and actually, never mind, not Trump. Going back to the Hillary's gun violence thing. Putting people in prison for using guns is just going to put us more in debt, because it costs $50,000 a year to keep every prisoner in prison right now inside of a prison or jail. It doesn't matter. So if we're going to put more people in prison, then we're going to be further in debt, and that's going to be a huge problem for America. Then Trump is going to build a wall. The wall is going to be so expensive. It's more money than America has, like, in general. So he's going to put us so much further in debt than we already are. And his immigration policies with Syria and other countries that are being occupied by ISIS are just flat out stupid. Honestly, if what we can do as Americans to prevent this is, and while it's wrong, we need to monitor all radio traffic between America and other countries. But because if we are accepting immigrants, we do need to stop treating our immigrants as well as we do, because our immigrants are treated well, and that's one thing I can agree with Trump. But even if we do that, if we start doing that, we're gonna start having less and less immigrants. So, going back to my point on ISIS and monitoring radio traffic, if we monitor radio traffic between the U.S. and every other country, then we'll be able to tell at any time who's going to commit these crimes. And we should let people not be able to buy weapons within the country of America without having their citizenship first. If we do that, then it'll decrease attacks. It'll decrease anything, like weapons in general, like knives and everything like that. Also, cars. We also need to have it. We also need to have a test for. We also need to have some sort of thing for. If we can't keep people from buying cars till they earn their citizenship, because not everybody is able to ride a bike, because Muslims, which is our main source of immigrancy right now, is part of their religion to wear outfits like they do. So we could keep them out of cars for a year and monitor all of their driving So we monitor every immigrant for a year. If we do that, then it should be solved. I'm not completely educated on this problem, so don't listen to me. But Trump, his policies are going to put us so much deeper in debt. It's going to make America look so much worse. And Hillary, she's going to put us so much deeper in debt as well. She's going to make America look worse as well. And America, for whatever reason, is already sort of a disrespected country. So, seeing as there's no way to prevent people from not respecting us, then we should instead of making it worse, make it better. The only way we're gonna say we would be able to save ourselves is by finding a way to get Bernie back. But at this point, that's not possible, considering that Bernie has dropped out of the race. So the reason that Bernie would be a good president is while weed is a problem, and it's been such a big problem for quite a while. Weed causes you would have to smoke more weed than you would have to drink water to kill you. So it's not a huge there's not a huge chance that weed's going to kill you. So if Bernie legalized weed, it would put us out of debt by at least $50 billion. And because we would have to keep less prisoners in jail, and we wouldn't have to spend so much money on training officers and stuff to deal with with reinforcing the laws against weed. So, at 13, that's my stance on the presidential election. Both of them are equally retarded. Neither of them should be president of the United States. The only reason anybody supports Trump, first of all, is because we have team-based candidacy. Trump is Republican, Hillary is Democratic. If we completely remove them, nobody would feel like they had to choose us. They had to choose their team and stick with that team. It's just like liking a really bad team. It's just like the Cubs. The Cubs haven't won a World Series since the 20s or 30s, and people still stick with them. If we were to remove teams from the presidential election and have every party be free party, then we wouldn't have a problem with electing the wrong president. And scene.